back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a collab video with my friend Rachel from Rachel Lee, and we're going to be doing tours of our homes but in Christmas theme, if that makes any sense. So we're not going to do a tour of the entire house, just the areas that we've decorated, and we've been messaging back and forth about all of our ideas and the things that we've bought. And we've actually bought a lot of things that are quite similar because we've both tried to do this on a budget, but we've styled them in very different ways. So I'm so excited to show you guys what we've come up with this time. This is the first time I've decorated an area other than sort of just the tree. So I am very excited to get a few other decoration items in the area. And even though, like I said, we are looking to put our house on the market in the next couple of months. So obviously next year when we move into our next house, the whole space is going to look completely different. I'll probably get different decorations. So what I tried to do is try to do a lot of DIY and natural decorations, so I wasn't spending a fortune on buying new stuff. And I also tried to cut my spending on things like plastics and non-biodegradable items. So this is all stuff that is environmentally friendly as well. So before I get started, I thought I would tell you guys a little bit about our theme this year. Last year we went for a very standard Christmas look. I think the baubles were like gold and red and green and just really like Christmas. This year, a lot of my friends seem to have moved overseas and they're all putting up all these beautiful pictures of their white Christmases up on social media, which made me a little bit jealous because personally I've never even seen snow, and here in Australia it is so hot at the moment. It's like 35-40 degrees Celsius and very high humidity. I realized I just sounded like a weather girl. So snow is like the furthest thing from my mind right now, but I did want to try and bring those elements into my home and make it feel like a white Christmas. So what I've done is I've used lots of whites and lots of grays, which are obviously more cooler tones, and I've tried to spray things with white paint as well to give it that snowy frosted look. However, seeing whites and greys can often make a space feel really cool or clinical. I've tried to incorporate warmer textures and elements like wood, candles, and fur to try and warm up the space a little bit, and I'm quite happy with what I came up with in the end. So if you guys are keen on seeing some Christmas house tours, then make sure to stick around, and at the end of this video, go over and watch Rachel's video because as always, she has done an amazing job on her decor. She's put in so much effort, and there is literally no end to her DIY goddessness. So it is definitely not one to miss. So without further ado, let's get started.
So as you first walk into the house, this is the view you get of our living room and our children's play area, which we sort of have next to each other because it's just so functional with the kids. And up on our television here, we've got like a fireplace setting just to sort of warm up the area and make it feel like a fireplace. Seeing fireplaces are not very common in Australia, being so hot. Then across the top of my buffet, I've just put like a little wreath that I put together myself. I just used pine needles that I found from outside, and I did it that way just to sort of keep it on the cheaper side, and because it's more natural and it can just easily be thrown outside afterwards. Then on either side, I have these $12 little mini Christmas trees from Kmart. They're really good quality, you guys. They have these heavy weighted bases which are wrapped in this lovely burlap, which looks quite natural. And they have these silver sparkles on the tips of them, so it makes it look quite frosted as well, which is the look that I was going for. So I was quite happy with that. Then moving across, we have this lantern which was bought for us when we moved into this house, and it's just got the little hanging tea lights in it, which I wanted to add quite a few little candles into the area, so that's why I popped that there. And it also worked out well because it's that white and silver color. Moving down to the centerpiece, I've got like a wire string of twinkle lights, and they're battery operated, these ones, which were great because having kids around and cords and things don't really work for me. So the battery operated ones were definitely the way to go for us. And then to add to that again, I've popped these sticks in it, which I just collected from outside and painted white with a bit of natural paint, which I put in my spray machine, and they were really quick and easy to do. They dried quickly, and I was able to just break it up and put it all throughout the centerpiece and other areas of the house. I also sprayed these pine cones while I was there, and I love the way they turn out because you can still see the brown of the pine cone in there, so they look frosted. I also bought this, what is it called? A reindeer from Kmart. I think it was about $8, and I thought it was just quite a cute thing to add to it. And another one from Kmart for $12 was this glass votive, I think it's called, and I just added a pine cone and some candles to that. Next, I've put the kids 3 Santa stockings, which I made this year, and I just used this lovely quilted fabric from Spotlight. It's like a linen type fabric, and added some grey fur to the tops so they would look really nice and warm. Then I've continued that grey and white theme out onto the couch, which was obviously already grey, but I thought I would add the white to it by just covering our pre-existing cushions with a bit of cheap fabric. It was about $2 a metre, so it was really easy to throw those pillowcases together in a couple of minutes. Moving on to our playroom, we've got the kids' toy box, which I've had there for quite a while. It's always been very effective for us, just a cube storage with baskets in it, and that keeps all of the toys out of sight, out of mind. And then I've added some pillows to the top of it so it's like a bench seat, and once again it's that dark grey and fur to keep the area nice and warm. And I thought it looked quite effective. Then moving across to our tree, I've once again continued that white and grey theme. This is mostly white over here, but you can see some pops of grey down the bottom. And on the tree, I've just done the same thing as what I did with the centerpiece. I've popped some twinkle lights on, and then I think I've also added like some pine cones and things as well, which you'll see in a minute. These, by the way, are the twinkle lights. They're just $5 from Kmart, so they're very, very affordable, and I highly recommend them. And then I've also added these dough ornaments, which were another DIY project. And once again, there's something that's biodegradable, so it's quite user-friendly. And you can just chuck them out when you're done and have a different theme every year. So I liked that about it. And I just whipped these up with the kids. It made a really fun activity for the kids to roll out all of the dough and then take their favorite shapes, cut out the dough, and then bake them. It was really fun. And then obviously we've just sealed them by spraying those again with the white paint. I've also added those sticks again, the painted sticks, as you can see. I think I forgot to mention those before. And the pine cones. So they were just things that I found from outside that I liked and just placed all throughout the tree to just spread them out a little bit. And then you can also see I've got like a bell ornament there. I've added a few ornaments which I purchased from Target. You guys, buying like on the 5th of December is a really good time to buy new ornaments because everything starts to go on sale. So I got these about 20% off at Target, and they're really good quality ones. So they're ones that I will keep and use for many years to come. And then I've gone and done something a little bit unorthodox and put a white feather boa around the tree. And once again, this was just something that I wanted to use to try and warm up the space and keep it from looking too cool. And because it's that lovely crisp white color, and it kind of reminds me of Santa's beard. I know that's a really random thing to say, but that's what I thought of. Now down at the base of the tree, you can just see I've got like I can't remember what that fabric's called. It's like a fabric basket to put the tree in, and these little Santa sacks that I made for the kids. Now I saw these online, but they were so expensive. So what I did was just bought a big chunky knit throw, $25 from Kmart, cut and sewed it into 3 different bags and added some pom-poms. So that was a much cheaper way to do that, and I love the way that the bags turned out. So we will definitely keep those to use for future years as well. Now onto our dining area. You guys, I've had to put together a little fake dinner party so you guys could see all of the things that I bought, but once again I was very happy with the things that I did buy and put together. To start with, I have this celebratory dining set which I bought for $40 from Big W, and it was a 12-piece set, and I love like just how festive it looks. Now down the center of the table, I've gone and done the same thing which I did on the top of our buffet in the living room with the pine needles and the pine cones, and just added this little wire fox ornament thing that I bought for $1 from IKEA, and then this $12 votive from Kmart, which I've gone and put like leaves and pine cones and things in again. Then I've just taken this feature stick hanger from Archie's room, you might have seen it in his bedroom tour, and added a wreath to it just to make the background look really cute and festive as well.
Alright everyone, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As per usual, I had such a blast doing this one. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you'll see that I was snapping right up until like 12:30, 1 o'clock a.m. this morning. I was just having so much fun getting into it. I was very, very tired, but having so much fun at the same time. So it sort of balanced each other out. And if you guys liked it, as per usual, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Let me know in the comments and hit that subscribe button because it really does help me out. And if you want to follow me on those other social media platforms, I do have Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All of the links are down in the description box below. And other than that, I will see you guys all next time. Bye!